In this video, we're going to walk through adding a new project. Scroll down the navbar, click on Administration, and then click on Project Management, and you'll be taken through to the projects list. As you can see, I don't have any projects as yet. And though we can click on Add New Project, what I would recommend is you first create your locations where your projects actually are. So I'm going to click on Locations List, and then I'm going to create Add New Location. Now, my location is called Harbourview Construction Site. If you've got multiple locations for different projects, then you can click on Save and Add More and add each location. However, this is my only one. So I'm going to click on Save and Close, and that'll take me back to my locations list. Now, I've also got several sub-locations within my Harbourview Construction Site. Now, sub-location number 1 is the foundation zone. So I'm going to click on Save and Add More. And sub-location 2 is the equipment yard. So now I'm going to save and close. And then within those sub-locations, I'm going to add, in the foundation zone, I have my excavation pit. And then I have my reinforcement staging area like so. And then, sorry, I should have switched to equipment yard. I have my crane assembly point. And I have my tool storage shed. So then I click on Save and Close. And then I'm taken, there's my sub-locations. There's my sub-locations. And there's my location for my new project. So now I'm back on the projects list, and I click on Add New Project. And the project name is Demo Build 1. The project ID is going to be 12345. Now, obviously, you're going to have your own naming convention within your organization. So use that. Now I select my location, and then I select my sub-location, and then I select the sub-location, and then I can add my project address, like so. And now I'm going to select my client and my primary contact person. Now, I don't actually have any clients added to Casa at the moment, so I come across and I click on the Add New. So this client is 0001. The name is George McPherson, and the George's address is, there we go, and then once I've populated the information, click on the Save button, and now I can select the client and the primary contact person. If I want to add a new person, then I can do that. And I'm going to select the project start date as Monday, and then the estimated completion date. Just quickly flick through, is, let's go for December, New Year's Eve this year. And then the principal contractor is Skyline Construction, and the project overview and scope of work, quite comprehensive. So I'm going to add that information there. And then click on the Save and Continue button. And as you can see, the project has been completed successfully. Next, we need to assign employees. So we select the roles and we select the users, work supervisor, works manager, employee. You're going to probably have these within your organization, and then you can select the employees who are going to be working on this particular project. If you want to send them an overdue timesheet notification, select that option. And then, as you can see here, by default, we have a project induction form, and a visitor induction form is required. And then we click on assign and continue to go to assign contractors. Now, there are no contractors in my organization, so we can click on skip. However, if you do have contractors to assign, you'll assign them in the same manner as you did with employees. You can also select the project review form that all contractors are required to submit before starting work on the project. And then you can select the form and who needs to do this. But like I say, I have no contractors to assign, so I can click on the skip button. And then step 4 is select documents and SWMs. Now, here is the SWMs that we created earlier. So we want to select all document templates to be assigned to this project. And we want either all SWMs, or you can select the individual SWMs that are relevant for this project. So I'll just select the all button, and then selected by default, we have QR code sign off and send sign off request to employees via email immediately. Now, of course, you can skip this step. However, I'm going to click on assign and continue. And it just takes a few seconds whilst everything is assigned and sent. And then we're taken to assign activities to projects. Now, as you can see here, all employees are assigned to the selected forms by default. And then if you have additional activity forms set, they will appear here, and you can select the required forms. And then you can either click on assign and continue to the respective workers. We can do bulk assign, or in my case, I'm going to skip because I don't have any activity forms set up as yet. And then I come to step 6, which is assign reports to project. And again, if you have a report form set up, then they will appear here. However, I don't have any. So what I do now is I click on save and close. And there we go. There is demo build 1 added to my projects list. And then as you can see here, I can select the project. I have the option to assign employees, assign contractors, designate the project as being complete. Timesheets are on. And now I can click on the edit project button if I wish. We'll come back to that shortly. I'll just click on cancel. And then we have assigned users, the project assigned users, which is myself, and this is my employee I set up earlier who still hasn't completed their profile, which is why they have no profile image. And then, of course, I have the delete project button. And if I click on that, there's the confirmation about whether or not to delete the project. But I don't wish to delete this, so I click on no. And there you go. That's our project set up. That's our SWMs assigned to the project. And that's how you create a SWMs in Casa.